my friends, and welcome to Lindsay's Live and Loud Christmas Special! Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the museum, all the creatures were jamming, and you get to see them. The guitars were all hung on the walls with such care, in hopes they'd be played by the musicians that were there. Decade of Decadence will start things off right. Enjoy their take on this not-so-silent night. Merry Christmas Eve, my friends. Thank you so much for joining us. We're super excited to be doing a Christmas special. You know, way back in October, Kenny asked us, hey, what if we do a Christmas special? And Chad and I both thought it sounded like a great idea. So if you've ever seen the show Live and Loud with Lindsay, you know we feature original bands. However, our area has some of the most amazingly talented cover bands, so for Christmas, we decided we want to feature some of our favorites. We also decided we wanted to partner with a charity so that we could give back to our community a little bit. And my good friend Sarah Meyer introduced me to Bill Turney, who actually is Santa Bill. All the bands contribute by doing some sort of toy drive or fundraiser that we'd be able to give. Santa Bill's been doing this for 26 years, and we just wanted to be able to help out a little bit. We go through our evening, we're doing our best to recognize everybody who helped make this possible. You just heard from Decade of Decadence, who partnered with Cruisin's on Route 29, and next up is our friends Kingpin. Bob King hosted an open stage at the newly renovated 3300 Event Center. It was a huge success, and it was also our first toy drive to kick off our whole event. We're so pleased to have them here with us tonight. Please welcome Kingpin.
This is for our good friend Bob King.
The children were nestled, the amps up to 10. There was tinsel and lights, and then mixtape mayhem. They came and they rocked and were an absolute delight. Here they are performing "Oh Holy Night."
Oh,
have a few businesses we want to give major shout outs to who had toy bins out for the entire duration of the toy drive. With Mixtape Mayhem, Knuckles Pizza and Sports Bar in Dunlap. We also had in East Peoria The Whole Shot with Citizens Band 14 and Boomstick. And then in East Peoria as well, Meadows Avenue Tap with our friends the Wolf and Gypsy Band. All three of them were listed on Sanibel's Hospital Helpers official website as drop locations this year. And it's amazing that every year the list gets longer of all the businesses in the area and places where you can drop off toys or just give money to help donate. This is Sanibel's 26th year delivering toys to local hospitals in the Peoria area at Christmas time. And we're so honored to be a part of it. Up next we have our friends the Peoria Rhythm Kings. They partnered with County Line Tap in Peoria to have a toy drive every Sunday for their open stage. Here they are performing White Christmas. Santa Bill has been bringing Santa Claus and Christmas joy to children in Peoria area hospitals for 26 years. He literally pulls up with a giant U-Haul full of toys and delivers them to the hospital, visits with all of the children, and is just there to bring Christmas spirit and a little bit of a smile to people who need it most this time of year. Guys, it's Santa! I know him! We're here with Santa Bill. And I want to tell me about the first year, how this all started.
Well, how it really started is from a message from church, and about giving something personal to somebody. And at the same time, I was collecting football cards, and I looked in the price guide that they have to tell you how much a card's worth. And I seen an article that the hospital liked getting those kinds of items for the kids way back then. And so I just walked into the hospital one year into the peds and started handing out football cards, and it was a big hit with all the patients. And then the next year I did the same thing and went from a little red wagon to a minivan to a truck, and now 25-foot truck.
And this year it was even a 25-foot truck plus, because they came and picked up some toys early.
Yeah, I was a little bit upset about that, but I'm glad she did that, because we would have had to go home and get the rest of the toys.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't have fit in that truck. This is just not a tradition anymore. It's a lifestyle. It's a very big part of my life. And I love Christmas, and I love coming here to see all these kids. It's a lot of hard work, but we get it done. We come in here, we don't just make one little kid smile, we make every one of them smile. The parents are crying, Santa's crying, you know, Santa has to go around the corner, but I have so many memories of doing this. I mean, it's hard to think about every one of them, but there's this one lady, a friend of mine, her name's Cindy. She, her son was in here with cancer at 17 years old, and we became very dear friends because she lost her son. And she tells me in her stories to tell everybody is that how I gave her and her son their last Christmas together. It's pretty heartbreaking. Every time I think about it, I start to tear up. You know, and we became very dear friends because of this.
It's so much more than just toys that you're bringing. It's special memories that these families and these kids hold on to for forever. And it's just an amazing thing to think that it started with, I'm going to hand out some cards.
Yeah.
And now it's turned into, I can't even imagine the people in the area and beyond of how many kids come to OSF, and of people that you've touched that you don't even know.
Yeah.
That it did something for them and their family, and that's just an amazing thing to be able to do. Anything else you want to add?
Merry Christmas. Thank you, Lindsay, for everything.
Merry Christmas. Oh, love it.
The first Noel, the angel did say, was to certain
excited to have Kevin and Mallory join us. They played a private party for the ICC teaching faculty, and it ended up turning into a toy drive. They also were playing out in Katie's in Groveland and were able to host one as well. Then we got a phone call from our friend Butch, and he and Wes Simmons, who owns the Rocket Tap out in Lewiston, wanted to host a toy drive for an off-the-cuff performance that was on Thanksgiving Eve. We just had friends left and right that wanted to participate, and I can't even explain how grateful we've been to have them. So up next, we are proud to announce Off the Cuff.
Well, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. Well, all of the other reindeer, they used to laugh and call him names, and they wouldn't let old Rudolph join in any reindeer game. But then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, well, don't you all got my sleigh tonight? And all the reindeers loved him. The lambs were shouting out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw him, you would even say it goes. And all of the other reindeer used to like to call him names, but they would have let old Rudolph join in any reindeer game. But then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you come and drive my sleigh tonight? And all the reindeers loved him, laughed and shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Come on, baby. One foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, well, don't you come and drive my sleigh tonight? And all the reindeers loved him, the lambs were shouting out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history.
We also really want to tell you about another event at the Country Saloon in East Peoria. More of our good friends Michael Aldridge and Jeff Atterbury host an open stage there on Sunday afternoon. Spontaneous musical combustion, and they had a spontaneous toy drive combustion for us and raised over $600 in one afternoon. Shout out to, I think it was Jenny Fee, who brought a chicken. Like literally chicken poo bingo, raised money, there were toys brought in, there was even a challenge to match money for people who sang Christmas songs at the open stage. I don't think I've seen such an outpouring of love as there is from our music community, and we just are all really thankful to be a part of it. And then in a twinkling, we heard some new sounds, the trilling and tapping of more friends coming round. The smiles and laughter rang out through the room. As Boomstick took the stage, the crowd started to swoon. great time with Boomstick at Cindy's Corner Pub in Roanoke. On Thanksgiving Eve, they hosted a toy drive out there, and we've just been overwhelmed by the amount of support we've received from so many different places. Even Moon Tower Bar and Grill in Chillicothe hosted 2 toy drives for us, off the cuff, as well as the Wolf and Gypsy Band. And the night that they played, one of the bartenders even was dressed up as an elf going around collecting cash. It was just amazing to have so many people there contributing to such a great cause. So to close our night out, next up we have, with a special performance, the Wolf and Gypsy Band with a little help from our friends. We have so many people who helped make this night. We could continue to thank until morning light. But it's now time to leave. It's sad, but it's true. Thanks so much for joining us, and Merry Christmas to you.
to the earth. It came.
Ever saw him, you would even say hello. And all of the other reindeer used to like to call him names, but they would let on Rudolph John and then a reindeer game. But then one foggy Christmas Eve.